Hello everyone and welcome to Carte Blanche Tarot. Today I wanted to do something different and I wanted to do a review or unboxing and review, if you will, of the Dreamkeepers Tarot. Now, depending on when this video gets uploaded, you may have already seen me use these cards in readings, particularly in the Shadow series readings. And I'll explain more on that later. So this is the Dreamkeepers Tarot by Liz Huston, and it originally came out as an independent deck. It was published in mass market November of 2020, and the publisher is US Games. Now, this is a really beautiful box with like a dreamy picture here in the front. And when I say I want to use these in the Shadow series, what I mean is using these cards to kind of go deeper as opposed to be predictive. So uncovering all of those deeper, darker emotional energies and the things that we need to focus on and work on in the individual space. Now, as you can see here, just from the picture on the box, it appears like it's a woman in a white dress standing on a cloud, but it's very interesting when you look deeper. So first things first is her white dress is actually the skeleton of a fish. And then if you look in her hand, she is holding a cracked egg, which appears to be emanating possibly light, or it's attached to her dress. And then there's also a crow holding some flowers on her hand that's holding the egg as well. Looking further, her head is within the moon, and on top of her head, what we have here, it appears to be, I think it's sails, as in the sails of a ship. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. So we can see how very multi-layered it is just from the picture on the box. Now let's turn the box around and see what the publisher says. So right back here, we have samples of some of the cards, and the publisher, US Games, noted on the bottom, and they make great cards. US Games is their card stock, their packaging, etc. Always very nice. So the Dreamkeepers Tarot. Inspired by traditional Rider-Waite, the Dreamkeepers deck plumbs the spiritual depths of tarot to help readers come to terms with the mysterious forces that influence our lives. The intriguing imagery of Dreamkeepers Tarot represents years of Liz Huston's journey of personal growth and healing, and includes new tarot art created especially for the US Games Systems edition. She presents tarot as a mirror that reflects our deep inner truths and reveals our hidden motivations, beliefs, and expectations. Her art creates an alchemical blend of multiple paint media with digital photographic montage, offering signs and symbols to help the reader interpret tarot and all its wisdom. Includes 78 cards and a 180-page illustrated guidebook with instructions for relationship readings and for making life choices. So this description is completely in line with the way that I intend to use these cards. And what is written here of tarot is a mirror that reflects our deep inner truths and reveals our hidden motivations, beliefs, and expectations, lines up beautifully with shadow readings. And again, I will be doing a shadow series for each of the signs. If that is something that you're interested in, please let me know below. So the purpose of the cards lines up with my intention. However, they won't just be used for shadow readings. Obviously, it's a tarot deck. It can be used at any time for regular readings, etc. So US Games, Dreamkeepers Tarot. Looking at the side of the box here, beautiful. Again, we have a picture of a woman with a mask being speared through her, and she is enwrapped in blue feathers and possibly some aspects of a nest coming out off the side here. Lovely emblem on this side as well as on the other side. And here we have yet another picture of a woman, and it appears she has some creature on top of her head, and she is holding a bell. So the imagery is already beautiful. Now let's take a look at what is inside. Now it's a two-piece box with notches on the side. Very nice, sturdy. This should hold up well. Very good for storage as well if you're storing this in a tarot closet or on your shelf. Okay, the inside is just this pale color here. Okay, the Dreamkeepers Tarot. The book is on top. Very chunky book. Very, very chunky book. Again, lovely imagery. Beautiful, again, symbolism on the back, or this motif, which matches the motif on the box right here. So let's take a look at this chunky book. I like it when the tarot books are chunky like this. So let's open up to the Ace of Wands. So this is the beginning of explaining the wands, and it has an explanation of the suit of wands here, and then proceeds to tell us about each card under that suit. So we can see here, Ace of Wands, spiritual strength and inspired new beginning. And there's a whole passage, picture of the card in black and white. More explanation of the card, and then the divinatory message, and then followed by the keywords upright and reversed. So we get 2 pages for each card, it seems, which is very nice and lengthy. 2 of Wands, same thing, 2 pages, 3 of Wands, and so forth. So each card is allocated to 2 pages. And let's see, in the beginning of the book, she has a lot of information. Here, the table of contents. Yeah, she has the preface, introduction to the Dreamkeepers Tarot, the basics of reading the cards, seeing the space and asking the question, interpreting the cards, and then she has sample spreads here as well. Several sample spreads. The major arcana, and then goes into that. So very nice. This looks like it's going to be very informative and very useful. And I'm looking forward to her own interpretation of each of the cards. So that is the nice chunky guidebook. And then we move on to the cards. Very nice. They are framed in this, it's almost like a shadow box. So shadow cards in a shadow box for shadow readings. And here are the cards, as you can see. So I will take off the wrapper, but you can take a look. Again, that motif is in the bottom of the box. So I like the coordinated effect of the motif being used as necessary. And then we have this lovely ribbon to remove the cards. Here are the cards. The cardstock is very nice. They are not thin. They're a good cardstock, typical of US games. So let me move the box away, and we can see here what we have going on. So these are the backs. Again, the motif. Very nice color, very gentle. And let's take a look. So these are going to be very different from the standard Rider-Waite. So we can see what's going on here. Layers and layers of symbolism. Interesting. The Magician has been renamed the Creatrix. I like that. Beautiful card, and you could see the silhouette of 2 other figures here on the side. High Priestess. me see if I could zoom in a bit. There we go. The Empress. The Emperor. The Hierophant. Also very different. The Lovers. The Chariot. So here with the black and the white horse, you could see that some elements of the traditional Rider-Waite are in fact maintained in some of the cards. Strength. Now that one's very different. Let me try to... The Hermit. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little candlestick right there. The Fates, also very different and steering away from Rider-Waite. Justice. Instead of the Hanged Man, we have the Hanged Woman. And it's interesting that some of the figures are renamed to with feminine type of names, such as the Creatrix and the Hanged Woman, because there is male representation in these cards, as we are seeing. For example, the Emperor was a male figure. Death. That's a very interesting death card. Growth at the bottom here, but being constricted by a snake while holding a skeleton. Very nice interpretation of the death card. Temperance. Also very different. The Devil. Talk about dancing with the devil, huh? And enjoying it, it seems. So this illustrates why this deck would be perfect for shadow readings, because here the individual is dancing with the devil and appears to enjoy it, if you could see that, which is indicative of what happens with temptations, all of the temptations that the devil symbolizes, that those who partake in those temptations do enjoy partaking in them. So there's clearly some form of satisfaction that is going on there. The Tower. The Star, and this is our image on the cover, on the box. And we can see more of it here. The Moon. The Sun. Also very different here. We don't have the child on the horse. What we have instead is this figure embracing the other figure, which is within the sun. A very muted sun. Judgment. The World. And now we go into our suits. So I will just flip through just so you can have a look. very beautiful interpretations. And I like how every card is gray or blue tones. Again, it gives it this dreamy quality, and it alludes to what is hidden and what is hidden within. The cards are not glossy. Anything that you're seeing is simply the lighting that I have. If you see some glare, that's what it is, but the cards are not glossy. Again, an interesting interpretation here. And then we're on to the cups. This one's similar to traditional Rider-Waite. Six of Cups. Very pretty imaging on this. And the Ten of Cups as well. It's very interesting what is missing from the usual interpretation of the Ten of Cups. Yes, we have the cups, we have the rainbow, etc., but where is the family under the rainbow? And we're on to the swords. Another very unique interpretation. Nine of Swords. Similar to traditional Rider-Waite with a twist, and the Pentacles. As you can see, there's like a little ballerina dancing in the head. Again, layers upon layers of images, imagery, lots of interpretation that can be done with these. Eight of Pentacles. And now we're on to the court cards. So Page of Wands, It's like a very old style perhaps of dress, but then here it appears that there's a record player. So there's like elements that mimic times gone by as well as more modern. Here's Knight of Wands, so represented by a male type figure. Same for the King. Note the order, how the way these are packaged. It is the King comes before the Queen. The Queen is last, kind of giving hierarchy to the Queen. We'll see if the other suits are ordered the same way. I imagine that they are. Queen of Wands, beautiful card. No sunflower though. Page of Cups, beautiful card. Very dreamy. So the Knight in this image is represented by a female figure. So I like how it's like changes, you know, traditional male and traditional female images are interspersed, and there's no necessarily prescriptive predictability. King of Cups. And again, the Queen comes last. So the Queen is above the King. And then we have Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. King of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Interesting, we saw this type of figure in a way, I think, with the Six of Cups as we were looking at them. Knight of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. And last but not least, the Queen of Pentacles, and that's a beautiful image. Very nice. So that is the Dreamkeepers Tarot. Let's try to do a shuffle. Yeah, they shuffle just like standard US Games cardstock. So very nice in that sense. And let's put these back. Easy enough to put them back. They fit well. Let me put this back on. And that is the Dreamkeepers Tarot by Liz Huston, published by US Games. I really look forward to using these in upcoming readings, or maybe readings you've already seen, again, depending on the order in which everything gets uploaded. But I do hope that you enjoyed this unboxing and review. Thank you so much. See you all soon. Bye-bye.